Okay, last month, an undercover journalist actually recorded with a body cam footage 5 people that work at P-Hub admitting to some crazy things that they see happening at the company. And now, because of these videos, they're ending up as subpoenaed in court. Watch this.
Do you think is addictive?
I think so.
He says, I think so. Okay, wait, let's actually, I have a AI removed background version, so we're gonna play like the clean, crisp audio version of this video.
Do you think it's addictive?
I think so.
Farley, one of the first employees at Hub and the
first
current
employees.
product manager executive at Hub.
For sure. 180 million unique visitors a day is a lot. That can't be normal. That can't be healthy. That can't be like that must do
That can't be normal, that can't be healthy. By someone that's worked at this company for 10 years, they know it themselves.
something. Because that's like significant.
I'm worried about ethics.
He's like hesitant to answer this question. He says, not really.
I don't think it's worried about ethics. An adult website. It's kind of the opposite of ethical.
He says, I hope they all ban us. All these states, all these governments, he hopes they all do it to them. And he
Because I
says,
don't give a shit. I just think you're taking the easy way out. And like, I don't think anybody like watches and like feels good about themselves now. It's like to like, what the am I doing?
It's like an addiction.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think addiction is. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think it's like a positive thing in general. Even like Jordan Peterson, I know that he says like there's not many studies on it. We don't really know the implications of it.
so actually there are a lot of studies done on P. They're just really buried and hard to find, which I have a full documentary coming out very, very shortly. I say these next 1 to 2 weeks.
If you think of like the average guy is able to see at any time that he wants thousands of like the hottest women on earth naked, your brain thinks you've seen them in person. Like there's no difference, right?
And he
Like
knows
visually you saw it. And I think like that, there's no way that that's like normal. Like that can't be normal. That can't be healthy. That can't be like that must do something. Because that's like significant.
Damages, relationships. What do you think of all that?
I would agree.
Ooh.
Why? Like, why? I want to know what's your philosophy on it.
Bro, it's crazy how she's asking these questions like, oh, okay, you would agree, so why? Like, tell me more. Keep on speaking so we can use this in court, my boy.
How it could damage a relationship?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like cheating a little bit in some ways. I mean, it has to. You set like standards that are like unachievable, so you end up having like unrealistic expectations.
Bro, this guy should really start his own like no-fap YouTube channel.
I don't think it's like healthy. I don't think it's realistic. Like it's not the real world.
Okay, this one is bad. It's titled, Alo P. writer on Hidden Cam says, 12-year-olds watching trans angels probably helps a lot. Just take a look at what this dude says.
You're 12 years old,
This is
you're
crazy,
still
bro.
figuring out your sexuality, maybe even your gender. Wouldn't it be helpful to see, not a celebration, but just like maybe a normalization of something that you think is what you want, you know? Probably helps a lot.
Oh
Let's
my
say
God.
I was 12 and I saw like trans angels, I saw
What?
all these different sites. It would help me figure out what I do like and what I don't like.
That's disgusting. Bro, that's first off, is this guy like pro 12-year-olds watching?
Try to push stuff that's less
Watch this part. This is
accepted.
crazy
Like,
right here. Watch.
putting a trans male or a trans female in a scene, you wouldn't get that on a normal mainstream site.
Okay.
So test it out. See if you get a bigger audience with it. See if you can convert somebody, right? Like maybe somebody who's never looked for anything like
Do you hear what this guy's saying? He's saying, okay, just
that might find it interesting. Click on it. Same thing for bi stuff. Same thing for gay.
he's explaining that there's some sort of agenda where they're trying to put trans P or bi P inside of regular videos, normal like male and female videos. They're trying to just sneak it in there to see if they can convert someone. With his own words, he literally said convert. This is a religion. This is an agenda. People act like, oh, this happens naturally. No, that's not the case at all. You see, these companies, they have this intention here. Oh, he just exposed them, boys.
Fernandez is a production coordinator for some of MindGeek's plethora of sites.
I think it was like 11 years old is the average age kids are now viewing.
Yeah, 11 to 13 years old, exactly. That's the
What do
average
you
age.
think about that?
Watch him be pro.
Sounds like my age. It's also
Really?
yeah. I mean, it makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
definitely associated with puberty.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is that a lot of those religious groups will tell you it's not.
But yeah, no, it's fine. As long as you hit puberty, you should go watch produced videos. Is that the claim that you're making?
Some LGBTQ kids who just are so confused.
Yeah, and it's not right for them to feel that way.
No, so they should watch it.
Do you think men.com is a good resource for them?
And I'm sure, yeah. I mean, they'll find their kink in there, I'm sure.
Oh my god, bro.
Predominantly for straight men, you try to like push the envelope as much as you can. Be like, okay, can I hint at like buy content here?
Can I hint by content here?
Can I like talk more about like, what if we brought a trans talent onto the site? And you kind of like take those risks to try and broaden it a little bit more, even though you know that you have a site dedicated to that, right? Like you're always trying to push it a little further.
You're always trying to push it a little further.
The next big step would be trying to do something that's kind of counterculture. Maybe doing like a trans man in a scene, like having a guy, male presenting trans man with, and see how that does.
Oh my god,
Because
bro.
we'll see how people
what?
react to it differently. But like, it's a lot of experimenting and seeing what hits and what doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of experimenting, my boy. A lot. I was a scientist right now.
I could be a content uploader, and the only
this
thing you need from me is like, you don't need a picture of an ID, right? You need my driver's license, which has my face on it. It has just my face on it. You don't see my body on it. And now my videos never have my face.
Ah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You have to be like, no, like that guy's body and matches his face. Like that's what compliance people are basically saying. But it's like, tried it, like that wouldn't hold in court, you know what I mean? Like that's so subjective. I look at that and I'm like, that's stupid, but everybody is just kind of rolling with it.
Why don't they just roll with it? Why don't they say something?
It would cost money. It would be counterintuitive to the business.
Hub allows anyone to upload videos as long as the person uploading shows an ID, such as a driver's license. However, Farley describes a major loophole. These supposedly verified uploaders can upload videos of people without showing their faces. And
exactly.
Hub does not verify these videos contain consenting adults. These uploaders can then monetize these videos to gain a share of Hub's ad revenue. Our journalist later asked if abusers actually use this loophole.
Who exploits the loophole?
And everybody. Everyone. You make a lot of money.
Do you
This loophole is
use
scary.
it or?
Of course. We've brought it up to the CPO, we brought it up to the CLO, and they're both telling us it's all good. And the CPO is especially telling us, like, off, it's all good. Like, stop.
So they know the
like,
risk.
shut up. No, it's all good. I'm not gonna get caught. It's fine.
But what if, like, the government was to find out about this loophole? What would they do?
The tops at P-Hub know this exists and they're just
I don't
ignoring
know.
it.
They're not gonna do shit. They'll
Why?
do nothing. They're dumb. They don't know shit.
Sound Investigations posted a 2023 impact report, okay? Now, in this report, they explain all the videos and all the success that they have made. They even say, December 19, a judge certified another class action lawsuit against P-Hub in Alabama's Northern District Court. The suit will subpoena two subjects featured in Sound Investigations videos, Mike Farley and Dylan Rice, as material witnesses. Farley, who told the undercover camera, I wouldn't be able to defend this in court, will now have to try to defend this in court. Next, they have P-Hub's ad network engineer, right? And they literally got him on camera too. I don't know how she's taking all these guys out to dinner, bro. Sean Moore, senior software engineer at P-Hub's ad network, Traffic Junkie, describes his work as not ethical, P-production, not ethical, advertisements on porn, not ethical. It's all problematic. It's very blurry when you don't have confirmed people. You don't know if it was an actual GRAPE video or fantasy. I don't think they cared. Revenge P, they didn't give a F. As long as money is being made, morals get blurred. He's saying this himself. Traffic Junkie customer support employees explain, and she literally has a phone recording of them talking on customer support saying, it's not likely to become suspended for uploading underage explicit content. We won't ask you before you upload the pictures if you have the consent. We on our end won't call the cops on you, saying, look, we don't care, we're just gonna make our money on good looking videos. MindGeek P writer adds with guys that look like 15 do best, make a lot of money. It's pedo men who like seeing young boys in ads, says this man, Dylan Rice.
The dudes that do the most
This is scary, bro.
like
Watch this.
conversion rates are guys that look like 15, even though they're like 20 years old. So there's this one guy named like Jordy, and he just looks like a little kid, and they put him in scenes so it looks like this little kid is like heavy. But it makes a lot of money, so.
Also, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Makes a lot of money. Freak.
His name's Jimmy Michaels. He looks 13, but they put him in stuff because he looks like that. His ads do well because he looks.
Do you think that draws like pedophiles?
I think he draws predatory women.
because there are a lot of older women that like, I want someone young and pure that I can corrupt. It's also, I think it's men who like seeing young.
Did I not mention this in my last video where I was talking about it? They're actually producing content with key terms like teen, young, tiny in the titles to replicate the illegal CP videos that would normally land you in prison if you were to watch. Freaking disgusting, bro.
Turn them into whales, purchasing a lot.
You could turn pedos into whales, purchasing a lot.
You're gonna get arrested.
I'm gonna get
Recall
arrested, he
Dylan
says.
Rice.
Oh,
Rice
and
is-
now he got subpoenaed in court. Let's go, baby! And now, if we read their full 2023 report, these guys have made crazy, crazy impacts. In just a few months of Sound Investigations' existence, Sound Investigations has had an outsized impact. They've released 8 undercover videos featuring 5 different P-Hub employees with over 25 million video impressions on X, in addition to mainstream media coverage. Most importantly, changemakers saw our undercover reporting and took action. On September 21st, a member of Canadian Parliament, Arnold Varsine, cited our investigation on the floor of Parliament, condemned P-Hub's actions. On September 29, South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson and 25 other state attorney general issued a letter to P-Hub demanding changes based on Sound Investigations videos. That's crazy. These guys have a whole thing written up. October 3rd, 62 victims launched a new class action lawsuit against P-Hub, specifically citing Sound Investigation's first 2 videos, including P-Hub's technical product manager Mike Farley, and indictment of P-Hub's chief legal officer and chief product officer in first undercover video. He literally calls them by name. P-Hub's lawyers have sent Sound Investigation 4 legal threats, each growing increasingly desperate, emotional, and filled with obvious lies, denials, and personal insults. I have to bro, if you guys can send me those, I have to read what they told you guys. In 2023, Louisiana, Utah, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Virginia all passed laws with overwhelming bipartisan support that require IDs to access P sites to prevent these sites from illegally serving their products to children. By P-Hub's own admission, P-Hub's traffic dropped 80%. And that's like, bro, by the way, I know 100% in my heart, I don't believe it's actually 80. I think it's more like 95% and they actually lost traffic and profits and revenue. North Carolina and Montana passed ID laws that will go into effect January 1st, 2021. And I'm pretty sure it's banned like today in those, or at least it's age restricted in those 2 states as well. Texas also passed an ID law this year while a judge initially issued an injunction against the law's enforcement. Attorney General Paxton appealed and won a stay in the injunction while the appeal continues through the courts. Legislators in Indiana and Tennessee have recently introduced ID requirement bills that may be voted on next year. It's looking like we're gonna have all 50 states of the USA eventually adopt this sort of law. I'm telling you, in the next 5 to 6 years, it's going to happen. Probably all 50 states and the rest of the world will follow, God willing. What Sound Investigations has done in 2023 on a shoestring budget with no media or government connections and with willpower is unprecedented. No one else does what Sound Investigations is doing, undercover journalism with a tangible impact. I feel like it's my moral obligation to share this investigative journalism with you on my channel because people have to know about this. Maybe we have at least one legislator that it works in a state that wouldn't have saw this otherwise until I made my video on it. If you guys have any connections, if you guys know anybody, lawyers, lawmakers, policymakers, anybody, send them this video so that they can watch this and they can see the proof in front of their own eyes. And as long as they have at least half of a moral conscience, they will make change and we'll get all 50 states to follow. Let's go, baby. The truth is on our side and so is the success, baby, and so is the science. The next video that I'm making on this topic is almost done. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and wait for it to drop. It's going to be a full length, I think 25-minute or 30-minute long documentary explaining and citing all of the scientific literature proving that we know, that we can prove empirically that porn is bad and children are indeed watching it and it's having a real impact on their lives, on their mental health, on their brains, and so much more. So if you want to learn more about that, please subscribe and you will see that video, God willing, when it drops. Thank you all for being here. This was insane. Thank you for watching, and please share this video with anybody else that has the power to make change. I love you so much. Stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.